Hey, what's going on everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back again with another cryptocurrency video. Today we're going to be talking about Nano and we're going to be doing a 2020 price prediction and analysis. Now, Nano is currently at the 51st spot with a small market cap of $89 million. To be honest, it has been moving lower on the market cap ranking. Now, we're going to talk in much more detail about the chart, but I want to see the drop, pretty much completely stop now for Nano. I want to see it really stabilize to get that push higher that it's going to need, because if it keeps sinking lower, it's not going to be pretty, right? It can only take so much before it really just becomes completely forgotten, and I hope that doesn't happen because I've tried Nano myself. The technology is just amazing. I mean, it's by far the fastest crypto that I've ever tried. It almost seems unreal, but it's true that, a lot of stuff happened in its past, and the price has really been struggled to even stabilize, let alone recover. A lot of cryptos and altcoins have dropped in 2019, but Nano has not stopped dropping, unfortunately. Now, don't forget to check out my other crypto 2020 price prediction videos. Let me know other cryptos that you want me to cover. Link to that in the description of this video. But with that being said, let's hop over to the chart. So we're currently on the weekly time frame, meaning every candlestick represents a week's time. And we're going to see a couple things. First off, if you're wondering why I drew this downtrend line like this, it's because I've noticed for a lot of these altcoin charts, it's just not accurate to take the peaks and to try and draw out the downtrend lines, because we end up being out of a downtrend, which is obviously not accurate. And these peaks are really anomalies on the chart that kind of falsify the whole analysis if we actually draw them out as we would usually do on most charts. So this gives us a much more accurate representation of the downtrend line, because we're able to get the peak over here and also the two bottoms over here. So much more accurate representation of the downtrend line. I'll also point out a bullish sign here because it's not all bearish. We do have a very clear bullish divergence, which, like I've talked about many times in my other videos, when we see the RSI moving higher when the price has been moving lower, this is a sign that we may actually move higher. It kind of predicts a move higher usually, because the RSI is showing a bullish formation while the actual price is moving lower. So very clear example of a, like I said, bullish divergence right here on the RSI. So really nice sign. Now we're gonna zoom in a bit and move over to the daily time frame. So all of these candlesticks is now a day, and that'll give us kind of a better view of what's happening more in the short term. So obviously still in this bigger downtrend, and we also have a bit of a smaller downtrend going on right here, which I'll go ahead and draw in right now. So we do have this smaller downtrend going on, but what I wanted to point out was both this smaller downtrend and this bigger one, we're reaching the end of this, right? Within basically a month's time, we should have reached the end of this formation, the bigger downtrend and obviously the smaller downtrend. The key thing we want to see here is not put in any more new lows, because if we pay attention, right, we put in new all-time lows on the Binance chart at least just a couple days ago, which is not pretty, right? Like I said, a lot of the altcoins, even the ones that got hit really bad, have for the most part stabilized and have stopped dropping at least as much, but Nano has put in new all-time lows in the meantime, so that's not the prettiest thing. Now the MACD is positive and we are moving higher. Like I said, we do see a bit of a bullish divergence on the RSI, although that's more seen on the weekly time frame. Like I said, I mean, there's only so much we can see Nano drop before it's really in a bad position, and I can't tell you exactly what that level is. Is it 700 satoshis? Is it 600, 500 satoshis? No one knows for sure, but the real question is, and what really counts, I should say, is if we're not able to get above this downtrend line here, and preferably this one right here, when will we, right? There's no telling. It could take forever. So we want to make sure that now that we put in this low here at 727 satoshis, or right around there, that we start to move out of this downtrend line right here. So hopefully that will happen within the next couple days. And let me just go ahead and pull out the brush tool just so you get an idea. So we want to break out of this downtrend over here, then we can bounce up and down, doesn't really matter. And then when we reach the end of this downtrend line, we really want to break above it. Since we've put in so much pressure from being, downtrending and kind of in this tighter pattern for a couple months now, between 700 and 1,000 Satoshis, what we'll want to see is a pretty strong move right back up to 1,000 Satoshis. Then, we can consolidate for a bit, but really, after that, we want to see a very strong breakout above 1,000 Satoshis. And what that will allow is, for all this, I'll go ahead and kind of zoom back out here, for all this built up pressure to be released and create a very strong breakout. That's what we want to see. And here you'll get a really nice idea of what I'm kind of thinking here. When that happens, if that happens, of course, but it is definitely a possibility here, we'll want to see a breakout that, kind of pushes us back to some higher levels. So 1,500 is going to be one of the next checkpoints, and then in resistance levels, of course, also around 2,000 Satoshis, and then finally, about as high as we would go, I think, in 2020 would be around 3,600. In some kind of crazy scenario, we might be able to push 5,000 Satoshis, but I think if we're already able to get back above 2,000 Satoshis and be trading somewhere between 2,000 and 3,600 Satoshis in 2020, that's already a great scenario, right? And I mean, we can't really complain if that happens. So you get the idea, right? Kind of consolidating, putting in that base, not falling lower, finally breaking out of this downtrend line, which will allow us to get through some of those initial resistance levels like 1,000 and 1,500 Satoshis, and then really make our push back to some higher levels above 2,000 Satoshis, starting to push kind of that 3,000 Satoshi mark and range towards the middle to end of 2020. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Hopefully I'm right that we will actually indeed break out of this downtrend line sooner rather than later, but I would be quite concerned if we see a move below 700 Satoshis. I'm not going to lie, I would consider that very bearish, and it would kind of really cancel a lot of my ideas of actually getting this breakout. With that being said, let me know your thoughts on what you think is going to happen and your thoughts on Nano in the comments below. Also, let me know which other cryptos you want me to cover for 2020. Don't forget to check out that playlist that I talked about with all the videos in it. Link to that in the description of this video. And don't forget to check out my technical analysis master course. We've gotten great reviews. Check them out for yourself. And if we go ahead and take a look, it's the ultimate guide. Covers how to spot buying and selling opportunities, how to spot trends, how to read candlesticks, everything you got to know about technical analysis. It's the ultimate guide. Even comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, and it's for less than $20. You're not going to find a better deal than this for a technical analysis course of this level. With that being said, thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day.